And we say good morning to you. We are, oh gosh, what was it last night? A little over 12 hours ago, we were together on the road at Granger, calling a heck of a basketball game. Dr. John Minton's with us with Tour Schools here at Elizabethton High School, brought to you by Northeast Community Credit Union. I told you off air, I got in the car. I didn't even talk till I got to Rogersville because I wanted that one so bad. And it was just a tough, we played our guts out. Kids played hard. We're district tournament champions, have lots to be proud of, but that close. Just that close. Yep.
Yeah, proud of the kids.
Absolutely,
and the coaches, and it's a good week.
Yeah.
Didn't want to obviously wanted to move farther in both tournaments, but didn't work out, and that's all right. Life goes on.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Here it is. Life moves on. The baseball schedule. We start Monday with Sullivan East, so we got lots of baseball to bring to you.
If anybody wants to be busy, they can come to a high school in the spring. And
absolutely.
I promise you,
absolutely.
Minus athletics and all the other things too. It really picks up speed. So we're in March, and it'll feel like snapping our fingers, and we'll be graduating a bunch of seniors. So
when is graduation day?
It's that time of year, May 17th.
May 17th.
Yes, sir.
We are live again. We are here again at Elizabethton High School, the Tour Schools. Our next to last stop tomorrow, we'll wrap it up at Eastside, land of the Hurricanes. So we are here, ready to roll with Dr. John Minton. We got lots of kids to talk to, lots of exciting stuff, and so it has been a great school year. We're into, obviously, full mode, wide open now for the spring semester, and things are going great.
Yeah, man, it's going good. Like I said, we're just picking up steam. Got a lot of events coming up. Spring break's close. We've lost some professional development days because of inclement weather, which, is kind of unfortunate, but trying to get some of that time back that we lost for some of that snow feels kind of weird. I don't know that in my career we missed that many consecutive days for snow. It's kind of a unique week that when we had, I guess, 4 days out and then an alternate scheduled day, so we lost a week, but I knew when we got right back, man, people were talking about how they were, cramming things in, and teachers want to try to make sure they cover everything that they're supposed to, all their standards, all the curriculum. So playing a little bit of catch up, but we'll be okay. We lost that professional development day going into spring break, but that's coming up. We're on that 3-week stretch, getting into it. We come back from spring break, and it's not long before we start end of course testing, AP testing, and doing some industry certification exams and a lot of different things. So our 8th graders are going to be coming down from T.A. Duggar Thursday, tomorrow. They'll be coming down during the day to tour our CTE programs and see the school. We'll have 8th grade night tomorrow night for parents to learn more about our CTE program. So Mr. Colbert does a good job with that, and something we've done for a long time. And just kind of start previewing what opportunities we have and give kids a chance to see it, touch it, feel it a little bit so they can get excited as we're going down the scheduling part of the season too. We got our rising 11th graders right now working on their schedules for next year. So the hope is that 8th graders see it, parents get a chance to take a look at it, and then when they start doing their intake meetings in April, they'll understand when you say something about a course or about something they can do here. They'll have seen it or had a chance to look at it or maybe talk to a teacher or something. So that's where we are.
It's rolling down the highway. So Mr. Van Huss said, be sure and mention. I said, okay. He said he won't like it, but be sure and mention what Dr. Minton, the honor he received this year. So let's go ahead and do that. So congratulations. State of Tennessee, the state of Tennessee, Principal of the Year in the whole state. So I was told to make sure that was out there. He said he don't want to talk about it, but you're bigger than he is, so talk about it. So congratulations.
I will. I appreciate that. It's an incredible honor to be able to represent the state. There's a lot of great principals, and I know plenty of them just in our region, as part of the Principal Study Council I've been a part of for a long time. It's a network of a handful of people because there's not many of us that do this kind of work, but we're only supported by the people that work around us, and that's supervision at our district, which is great here, the teachers that do what I would say the trench work. They're the ones that are in the classrooms moving students in the right direction. Our data's been really good over the last 3 to 5 years. We've made a lot of positive progress, but I'll tell you, it's not connected to one person. I'm representing the school and the district and a lot of great work that's going on, so it's a humbling opportunity to be able to go and represent not just our school system and our state, but overall it's just it's a big deal. Just honored to have that.
We're honored to be sitting beside you. We're honored to be working with you. So my final thing is, before he gets off, he's got to run this school today. So I've been behind this microphone a long time, calling a lot of ball games for a lot of years with a lot of different good color commentators. He don't like this either. That's okay. I'm bigger than he is. He's the best I've ever worked with.
I can outrun you.
You can outrun me, but if I catch you, I'll kill you. So, because I'll fall on you with both thighs. So it's called girth. So this man is the best I've ever worked with calling the ball games. I mean, last night coming home, I had people call me and said, "Man, what a game you guys call! You all have great chemistry, work well together, and we do." So I want to say thanks to him publicly, because I've had a lot of guys help me down through the years, and I had some good ones, but you're the best doing basketball, so take it. I appreciate you bunches, and so you're going to help me do a little baseball too, aren't you?
Yeah, you know, the best part about that, Tom, is that, you know, I coached for a long time and played sports. I still love it. You know, I enjoy watching our students do anything, and you know, while I'm there and get a chance to, the best part about it is that I get to focus on what's positive, and you know, it's easy to sometimes get, you know, focused or sometimes emphasize, you know, especially in a game or in competition, you know, what's going wrong. A lot of us are good at that, but, you know, what I try to do, and you do a good job of this too, is try to pull out, you know, what we do well, what our coaches do well, what our kids do well, what our club sponsors do well, you know, what our performing arts teachers do well. So whatever it is that our kids are doing, you know, it happened to be basketball last night, it might be baseball, it's this, you know, just having a chance to kind of tell our own story. So that's the fun part about it for me, is that whether or not it's connected to a ball bouncing or somebody throwing a baseball or throwing a flag, or, you know, our cadet corps kids marching, or just whatever. I mean, you can go down the list of just all the things. It'd take a long time to cover it all. But the fun part about it for me is that when I get a chance to do that, it's, you know, I always try to, you know, I sit down and make notes when we're doing that, and try to encourage and others to recognize what great things are going on. Just like last night, you know, things didn't turn out our way, but doing a lot of things right, and I'm proud of the kids, proud of the coaches.
Absolutely.
That's the best part about it for me. So.
Yep. And while I got a chance, I want to say thanks again to the cheerleaders. They came down both nights. It's a long haul.
It is a long haul.
Thanks to Victoria bringing and Vanessa bringing down the cheerleaders, so we appreciate that too. So they were there.
And our parents, you know, and fans that went down, and, you know, it's not easy. It's not cheap. You know, time has a cost, and tickets cost, and so for the fact that people went down and supported, and I'm not surprised, but thanks.
164 miles round trip, so down to Granger and back. All right, coming up next, we have some folks that brought some national notoriety to Elizabethton High School, and with good reason. Our buddy Alex Campbell is going to talk to us about that right after this from Northeast Community Credit Union. We are here because of them on tour of schools at Elizabethton High. Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club savings account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it, because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bmycu.org, or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations, or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club savings account for Christmas 2024?
Yes.
From Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Back on the tour of schools, brought to you by Northeast Community Credit Union. This next group, our first group, brought us and continues to bring us national notoriety from Elizabethton High School. It's a really cool story. I'm going to let the man who kind of got this all going, Alex Campbell. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm wonderful.
Yeah, I'm glad you're with us.
Yes, sir. It's good to
Tell
be
the
here.
story. That's the whole point. Hello, Ms. Jarrett. You do a great job keeping our schools clean. Thank you, dear. My school's clean. Thank you, dear, you and your staff. All right, so here it is. Murder 101. Tell us the story. This is awesome. Not only is it statewide, it's a national thing. It's getting ready to be on national television. Kind of give us a background. What it's all about.
Right, so about 8 years ago, maybe almost 9 years ago now, my students wanted to look into a series of cold case homicides in and around our state of Tennessee. And I think the question was, and I think it was for police back in the 80s as well, but, were these 8 murders by 8 different people, or was there maybe like a serial offender involved? And that's what they looked at. And they worked with an FBI agent, and he told them the work they needed to do, and they did the work. And they came out and presented the work and said that we feel that there's enough evidence to show that there was a serial killer active in and around Tennessee in the 1980s.
So your kids got the attention of law enforcement folks.
They did,
Awesome.
yes, and
Okay.
it really got the attention of a lot of people too. Eventually, I was contacted by KT Studios. They make podcasts and also true crime documentaries, and they wanted to tell that story. So that turned into a true crime podcast called Murder 101, and it became the #1 streaming true crime documentary in 5 different countries. So it went all over the world. It got to #2 in America. And so a lot of people got to listen to it and liked that story.
So it's all about Elizabethton High School. Went across 5 countries.
Well, it went all over the world, but it was #1
in
five
5
different countries.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're talking like Australia, Canada, Dubai, places like that. It was
That's
really weird.
awesome.
Yeah. So interesting thing that happens is that the podcast comes out, and then a lady by the name of Diane McGonigal is listening to the podcast. She just happens to be an Emmy award-winning producer, and her husband just happens to be one of the biggest directors in the world. His last 3 movies had sold over $1 billion a piece. And they said, she went into her husband and said, we love this story. This needs to be our next project. And so they decided to help bring that to a larger audience as part of a true crime documentary series that will stream July the 6th on Amazon Prime.
Really?
Yes, sir.
And it's going to be called what? What's that?
Murder 101.
Murder 101. How many kids are involved in this production?
Well,
Ballpark.
it followed the students of last year's sociology class, which was 12 students. I think about 300 students at Elizabethton High School appear in some way. They went to the prom, they went to football practice, they went to like band competitions. So there's lots of students that are in the background, So a lot of students will maybe see themselves in there in some way.
That's awesome. And so they came here and actually just kind of day in the life of Elizabeth and I.
They did. They came on and off for a year and then lived here for about 3 months.
Wow.
So they caught a lot of different snapshots and then spent most of the spring semester last year with us and recorded every day. And then they also, it wasn't just a classroom, they got to know the students like Crimson and a lot of others, like what do they do outside of school? What kind of young people are they? They spend a lot of time in the community. They went to, the barber shop, the restaurants. They really got to know Elizabeth. And so I think it's a project that everybody's going to be really proud of. It shows our students in a good light, but it's the truth. We have great students. It shows the school well, the community well. I thought they did a great job of really capturing what it's like to live in a really good small town like Elizabethton.
That's awesome. So it's coming out July the
6th.
July the 6th. I want to meet Crimson. Crimson's one of the students on the project. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
What grade are you in, ma'am?
I'm a senior.
Senior. So tell me how you got involved in this. What part of this did you play?
Well, in the sociology class, I transferred here last year, and I transferred late because of complications.
Yeah.
But so by the time I was registering for classes, all the classes were already full. So the only one that was empty was sociology, and that happened to be the year that they were working on this, and so I got the pleasure of being a big part of it.
It was meant to be. It was
Yeah.
providential. So
Yeah.
what part of this, what did you play on the part? What did you do? How'd you help out?
I am one of the big parts about it. I helped with, talking about students' lives. I helped with, showing what students do outside of school,
Sure.
with families and stuff.
Extracurricular stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's awesome.
They're going to get to know Crimson really well in the documentary. And
She's in there a lot.
Yeah, and people are going to love Crimson. We love her because we know her. She's
Right.
new to the school, and we got to know her. But I think the world is going to really love Crimson and her story.
So this was meant to be. That's pretty exciting that you transferred in, and once you hit the ground here, they put you into a production, if you will, or documentary that's going worldwide. That's a pretty cool gig.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's July the
6th.
Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
So Murder 101. It's all about what these kids did, and they help solve crimes. And they, I mean, what's it mean for you? I mean, here you are. You never knew this was going to take off and go where it went, but what's it mean for Alex Campbell?
I just let the kids do stuff, and they never let me down.
Mm-hmm.
We have great students. You give them a challenge, they always work really hard, and they do a great job.
Mm-hmm.
So when people watch the documentary, what they're going to see is students really caring about people in the community and trying to do something to help them. So Crimson, she doesn't always brag on herself and what all they did, but there was a girl who went missing, and she was murdered. She was 14, and they still had not figured out what happened to her, who was responsible for that. So actually, Crimson got to work with the TBI, and they actually created a campaign to get more tips to try to help solve that case.
Wow.
I think that case had a few dozen tips in the last 40 years, and I think they pulled in thousands of tips in 2 weeks. And the TBI told me that they couldn't tell me the exact number, but it was more than dozens of actionable items that they could follow up on to try to solve this case.
So that's got to be gratifying that you helped solve this case. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not just a fluff show. I mean, it had some meat to it, if you will, and you helped solve cases and helped out law enforcement. That's great.
Yeah. They also got to hear from the only survivor, as far as we know, of what's known as the Bible Belt Strangler. She had never spoken to media or anything. After the trial, she just didn't want to be around people and tell that story. But she came to trust the students so much that she actually did a Zoom call with us. She lives a very long way away. And they got to hear from somebody who, survived a serial killer and how it changed their life. So she didn't say everything she did, but they did some really amazing work and got some experiences. They're amazing. When we went out to Sundance, I don't know if we mentioned that, but it was accepted at Sundance. Sundance takes about 19,000 submissions a year, and they chose 2 documentaries that have episodes, and Murder 101 was one of them. So I got to go to Utah and see it premiere there, and people were crying in the movie theater. They were laughing, they were clapping. People loved the story. They love seeing our young people, and they love the fact that what they're doing in school is having a real impact on people's lives.
Absolutely, in the literal sense.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you do this show every year, twice a year? Here it is. I bet you out there, most of the people out there don't know this happened. It's going to happen in July on Amazon Prime. July. Tell us the date again. We're going to hammer this
So
on.
it's July the 6th. If people want to go listen to Murder 101, that's a 10-episode podcast that they can find on any podcast platform.
It's out there now.
It is, yes. And so they can go ahead and listen to that, and that'll hold them over maybe till July the 6th when they'll get to see. It's a 3-episode series, and we only got to see the first episode out at Sundance. So I'm kind of on a cliffhanger here, waiting to see what happened with the next 2.
That's awesome.
But I'm already telling you, just the first episode is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
The group behind this was it's one of the best groups you can get. Like I said, the producers, the directors award-winning, everything. Amazon put millions into producing this. They were behind it. They love the story. Almost everybody that came here to work on it, their parents were teachers. So,
Really?
yes, the cinematographer, his mom and dad were both teachers and educators. The director, her mom is a teacher. And they just loved telling the story. I know some people don't like true crime. Some people do. But it's really not a true crime show. It's really a show of coming of age. How do people grow up? But how does studying a crime and trying to help somebody else, how does that help them grow up, and how does it help them see the world differently? So even if you're not a fan of true crime, I think you'll love the show. And I think people are going to fall in love with our town, our school, our community, and our students.
Great job, Crimson. Great job, Mr. Campbell.
No problem. Enjoy it.
Looking forward to it. That's why we do what we do here, folks, letting folks know about things that happens in Elizabethton City Schools, a.k.a. Murder 101. All right, quick break. Got more for you right after this from Northeast Community Credit Union. Tom Taylor Sports Show. Got a brand new product. Tell me what's going on.
We sure do. We have contactless Visa debit cards, and some of you all have been asking and wanting to know, when are you going to implement that? We are hitting the ground running. So right now you can get your free instant issue contactless debit cards at Northeast Community Credit Union, and that's just another form of payment. So you've got the mag strip on the back, you've got your contactless, invisible, what you want to call it, if you want to pay that way for tabless, or you've got your chip. So we're just staying up to date with all the things, and we listened to you. So you wanted that, and that's what we can provide. And we've implemented it with hard work, behind the scenes, a lot of teamwork, effort, and come get your contactless Visa debit card today.
Available now.
Yes.
At all locations. Our locations are?
They are in Roan Mountain. They are in Elizabethton, one in behind Elizabethton High School, our main office. And then we have one off of 19E in Elizabethton. We have one in Johnson City off of West Oakland Avenue.
Social media, how do we find you? Back in the tour of schools again. Why do we do what we do? You just heard it. And why this gentleman's getting ready to talk about the TAPS presentation here with Cambry and Kinsley. Coach Presnell with us. He's always coached me. So our great baseball coach, former baseball coach, former athletic director, classroom teacher, just a dad, hub.
I do things.
You do. You get her done.
I fill up a schedule quick.
12 hours with him goes pretty quick.
It does.
Because he's on the move.
Yeah.
TAPS PBO, what's this all about, sir?
So TAP is teaching as a profession.
Okay.
I'm not sure why the state named it that, but it's basically a future educator program. So young folks that want to get into education, anywhere from teacher's assistant all the way up to a superintendent of schools. And not to say up or down rank people, because it takes everybody and everybody's on the same team. And we work for a really good system where I just don't feel rank structure. You know, everybody's got a different job to do, and we all do it. So we started this program, I think it's been 4 years ago now. And if the kids complete the program, something really cool happens at the end of it. One of the things that happens at the end of it, they're given a completer certificate. And with that certificate, they will always be guaranteed an interview and a one-step pay raise with Elizabethton City Schools for whatever position they apply for.
Really?
Yeah, we want to grow our own, and so we have these kids in and out of all of our elementary, junior high schools, the central office. We go to ETSU. We've been to App State. I think we're heading to King College, or King University now, this spring for a field trip, and so. The cool thing is we actually work in our lab. So if you had a biology class, you'd have to have a biology lab in the classroom. You know, we've got aviation. They've got to go up to the airport to do those things, which is really awesome too. But the cool thing for us is we can just walk around the school and see what we're learning every single day. And so it's been a great program. We've got lots of kids in there. It's growing exponentially. It's growing very fast. Because I think a lot of the kids in this school want to come back and contribute to Cyclone Pride someday. So good program, and one of the things that we did back in the fall was I was able to go out and visit a high school in Idaho. It's a private school called One Stone. And One Stone is an academy where they do nothing but project-based learning. So everything they do is based on real-life projects. Now, a lot of what we do here, especially when you head down D Hall into the vocational side of the school, is project-based. I mean, we're not doing our jobs if we're not changing brakes in the auto mechanics class.
Right.
And so we change the brakes down on that end of the building. My criminal justice kids right now are writing out a sworn statement to get a search warrant. You know, like we're doing the things, the projects. And so we went out there to look at what they were doing to kind of compare and contrast, maybe pick up some techniques, not tricks.
I got you.
Techniques of what they were doing. And while we were out there, we started to learn that they've got about 150 kids in the school. It's a very small school. But they'd put together an ultimate Frisbee team, and they didn't have a mascot. So when I came back and started talking to the kids, that was some of their biggest questions was like, you go to a school with no sports. which from the Elizabethton perspective is like, what?
Yeah.
Y'all don't play ball? And it was cool to hear that they were trying to start that. They were trying to build up. It's a fairly new school. They were trying to build up some school pride, community pride. And so our kids, we kind of had the idea together that we should get a mascot because they don't have a mascot. And so they worked together to determine a mascot. They researched the area out in Boise and came up with a mascot. And now at some point, some of their kids are going to come here and they're going to visit this school and they're going to observe what we do. And we're going to, these kids are going to present that idea to them. And so, with true project-based learning, it's hard for a teacher to get out of the way because we're all leaders, right? Like we want to lead, we want it to go good, but with this stuff, we got to step out of the way, and you just kind of got to let some things go that you normally wouldn't let go. But with this class, man, they're a fantastic class. They did a great job. The itinerary of events that they have and all the things they've come up with, the logistics, the history behind our town that we wanted to present to them as to why are we the way we are today was incredible. So they did a great job with it from front to back. I'm hoping sometime early this fall that these kids from Idaho will get to come here and visit, go to a Friday night football game, and see what all we put on and how we do project-based learning.
It's awesome. We're going to take a quick break. We've got 3 ladies to sit in with us, Cambry, Kinsley, and Maddox. We're going to let them tell us what they saw and what they're doing and how they're doing things, and we're going to do that right after this from Chick-fil-A. We're here at the Tour of Schools, brought to you by Northeast Community Credit Union.
Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken. Literally, the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A market salad is that the chicken is super juicy and the apples can be a little tangy, also a little sweet as well. So there's just a ton of different flavors. It's just so good.
Back at the Tour of Schools, so we heard Coach Presnell talk about this, and now we've got 3 young ladies, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Kinsley, Cambry, Maddox, to talk about this. So let's start with Kinsley, obviously. Tell me your experience about TAPS.
I took TAPS because I really want to be a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So this project has been like a pretty cool thing because I've got to see like the behind the scenes of stuff people kind of don't think about when they think of teaching, of like really having to coordinate a lot of stuff, because I know we show up to school and think they just find something on the internet and like present us stuff, but there's so much like behind that, having to study, which for One Stone, I'm in the history group, so we've had to study a bunch to find all the history of Elizabethton, and there's just so much culture here. It's hard to like condense it into like one little presentation.
So One Stone's coming here, I guess maybe next year, whenever they're coming.
Yeah, I think we said like August, September-ish.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah.
Because he went out. Did you go with him or he just went by himself?
He went by himself.
Okay.
With teacher group.
But they're coming here. They're actually going to bring some students and what have you. So you're learning that it's more than just showing up in the classroom. It's called lesson plans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Young lady right here.
I took TAPS because I'm really interested in being a teacher, and when I got in there, I wasn't sure if like it was what I wanted to do, and the class really just like showed me that it's something I want to do and I'm really interested in. And when he went down to Idaho, I was like, he's not really gonna bring anything back. But when he came back, he learned a lot from this One Stone school. He learned how different it is from our school, our public education school. Theirs is a lot of project-based. They don't really have teachers, they have coaches, there's not many students, it's all in one small building. And I think that's really cool that I could see the diversity between the two schools, and like I can see that teaching isn't just always as easy as it looks, and that there's so many different things you have to adjust to, different lesson plans, different kids. And when he told us that we were going to do something for that school, I thought it was really cool because I want to be able to help another school or give them something that we have from our place.
This is Cambry Ingram, by the way, doing a great job. It's the middle student. Down on the end is our little buddy Maddox Morton. Hello, Miss Maddox. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Come just a little bit closer so we can hear you. So
Sorry.
you guys came up with a mascot for the school. Is that correct?
Yes.
Tell me about that. That's pretty cool.
So after Coach P came back from his trip to Idaho, he was like, they're getting their first ever sports team. So obviously we thought that was pretty crazy because we're very, like, we have a lot of sports here. A lot of kids play sports. We have a lot of student athletes. So it's kind of normal here. And just to think that it wasn't normal at all for another school, it was just weird to us. So we were like, we need to get them a mascot because they don't have one. They just have their logo. So we got a project from Coach P. He was like, you guys do some research. We're all going to present a mascot that we think would be good for them, and then we'll decide on one, and maybe we can really turn this into something. So we all just kind of did our research, made a little presentation, and then we just chose a mascot, and my mascot ended up getting picked.
Yours did?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What is it? Tell me what it is.
The river otter.
The river otter.
Yeah, Ollie the otter. That's what we named him.
Ollie the otter from one school. That is too cool.
Yeah.
And so their official mascot, thanks to Maddox Morton Elizabethton, is Ollie the river otter.
Yeah, that's what we're going to present to them. Hopefully
That's
they
awesome.
like it. Yeah.
When they come here, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
How many kids are in that school? Do we know? A ballpark number?
This is like 80, somewhere in there.
How many? 80?
Yeah, it's like between
80 to
There's
100?
not a lot.
Yeah.
No.
For, I think just high school.
Just high
Yeah,
school?
it's just high school,
Just high
freshman
school?
through senior, yeah.
You want to be a teacher?
Well, I was just testing out my waters this year because I really didn't know what I wanted to do or a path that I wanted to take. So I thought now is probably the best time for me to try to figure that out and just test a bunch of different things this year.
What a smart girl. Now's the time to figure out your niche. So you do want to be a teacher,
Yes,
right,
I
Camber?
do want to be a teacher, yes.
So you could wave the magic wand, where would you be? First grade, second grade, middle school?
I want to teach littles, so like kindergarten or first grade. But from the class, I've learned that honestly teaching littles is harder than teaching older kids because you have to have such a set schedule and such high standards because the kids have to follow because if not, they'll just get off track. And it's hard to teach that, but that's what I want to do.
You guys are awesome. Kenzie, what do you want to do? Which grades?
Third grade.
Third grade. You got
Yeah.
zeroed in on third grade.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You know what? You will. I can see the look in your eye. You're determined. These girls at some point will be a teacher, hopefully in the Elizabethton City Schools. So, Maddox Morton, Camber Ingram, and Kinsley Carter. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Great job. Go Cyclones. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. We'll talk about the Scope Conference. Phoebe Holly, Caroline Morgenstern, Brock Mosley, and Aiden Cole are scheduled to join us right after this. We're live here at the Tour Schools, brought to you by Northeast Community Credit. Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit t-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brumman Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brumman Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummanSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton. Back in the Tour Schools, Caroline Morgenstern. We'll see her mama tomorrow. We'll be down at Eastside Elementary. The Tour Schools, our final stop in the spring, and she puts together the show down there. Caroline Morgenstern, one of our great cheerleaders. By the way, thank you guys for coming down here last night.
Of course.
And also the night before. It's a long haul. It's a 164-mile round trip to get down to Granger, and there they were. Victoria and Vanessa brought the cheerleaders down, and you guys cheered, and we appreciate that very, very much. So let's talk about Scope Conference.
All right.
What's it all about, young lady?
So, do you want to talk about it?
Oh, by the way, this is Phoebe Holly, so go ahead, Phoebe. Let one of you take off and tell me what it's all about.
Okay, well, so SCOPE is Students Congress of, what's SCOPE stand for?
Student Congress Opinions on Policies and
Education. Yes.
Good night. That's a mouthful.
I
Yeah.
know, it's hard to remember.
We basically went down and got to meet new people. We all got split up, so that was really interesting.
Where'd you go?
We went to Belmont University
Belmont,
in
Nashville.
Nashville.
Okay.
And we all got split up, and we got to meet new people from around there and hear their perspectives and opinions. And we basically just worked on a debate. And at the end, there was like this big, I guess you call it like a ceremony or event, and each group debated on a topic that they worked on all day for.
So what was your topic you worked on?
Mine groups was ACT and if we should replace it with the end of course exams.
That's
So
a great topic.
Mine was the con that we should.
We should replace it?
No, that we should.
We should leave it alone? Leave it as is?
No, that we should replace
Should
it
replace
and
it?
keep the
Okay.
end of course.
That's
so
awesome.
it was a really big debate. It was interesting to see how into it.
Probably
kids get.
intense too, wasn't it? A little intense?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you were against it. Were you for it?
I had a different topic.
Oh, a different topic?
Yeah, so my topic, we were talking about getting rid of foreign language classes, like making it not a requirement in Tennessee high schools. It's just like an elective. And I voted, like my side was pro, so that we should get rid of it and that it should be optional.
And you had the other side that said we ought to leave it and keep it in the schools.
Yes.
So who ended up, did it come to a head, if you will? I mean, what was the final decision?
For my topic, we ended up deciding that we should keep foreign language as a requirement. Yeah.
Okay.
My side won that we should do end of course exams instead of ACTs.
So you were just like 2 or 3 people in this debate? Was it a whole room?
So you went into groups, and it was like a 15 or 20 kids, and then you picked one speaker to be the debater, but you all worked on your points and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So how did this benefit you guys personally?
It was definitely really cool to be in a room with people that are like us, that really care about that kind of thing, because we don't have a lot of that. It was really cool to see that and to see everyone's different opinions on things.
Yeah. That's neat.
For me, it was really great because I really wanted to just work on meeting new people and making connections and like working on introducing myself. So I used it more for that since I have student liaison next year. So I really used it just to like work on meeting people.
What grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
Junior?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore.
Yes.
So we got them for a couple more years. That's awesome. So student liaison is next year for you. That's awesome. This is great stuff. I appreciate you very much coming by and talking. Good job. We're going to take a break and let the guys come in and see what they did, because we've got coming up next Brock Mosley and Aiden Cole. Say hello to your mother, because she's probably watching.
Hello.
Hello, Mama. Hello, Mama. Say hello to your folks.
Hello.
Yes. They're good peeps. Now you have Olivia was your sister, and you have
Twin brother.
You're
Yes.
a
Seth.
baseballer. That's awesome. So good stuff. We got baseball starting Monday, as a matter of fact. So
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Our first ball game is Monday against the East Patriots at the stadium. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back. We've got the guys going to talk next year about the same thing, the Scope Conference. See what Brock Mose and Aiden Cole got into. This one was in about the ACT. This one's about foreign language. We'll see what they were in on next after this. Tell us why. A lot of real estate companies out there. Why David Collins and Collins and Company?
Well, we service before and after the sale. I think that's a big thing. And follow through on phone calls. I think, and I have a lot of people just comment on how professional our website is, how professional our agents are, and what we do, and how we follow through with things. For instance, I'm not telling the name of a real estate company or anything like that. That's had a buyer that bought one of our houses through another agency, and she just called me. She said, my agent didn't show up at closing, didn't bring me any keys, we didn't do a final walkthrough. That's pretty sad. And, I just want to let folks know, you come here, you're going to get service, follow through. We're going to work through with you, follow you through the process, help you through the process. You don't have a lender. We've got lenders we recommend. Attorneys for closing we recommend. And you get full service here.
End of story. Full service. Phone number to call?
423-543-5741.
A 97% closing ratio, folks. Collins and Company, great sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. I'm Macy Reed. Back in the tour of schools, we're joined here by a couple of good old boys, Brock Mosley, Aiden Cole. How y'all doing? Doing good?
Doing good.
You went to Scope Conference. Now, what was your all's group? What was your topic?
Mine was the opposing side of Caroline's. So I was that we should keep foreign language as a requirement to graduate.
So tell me why. Sell me.
I think because it helps prepare people, and it also there's a big demand for it because the diversity is just growing, and you're also like 10 times more likely to get a job if you're bilingual, and that like also a lot of people major in foreign language in college, and they wouldn't know that they would want to do that unless they got that introduction in high school. So I think there are a lot of reasons of why it should stay a requirement.
So refresh my memory. Who won it?
I did.
You won?
My group won.
Your group won. So there you go. What about you, Aiden?
So mine was the opposite of Phoebe's. So we wanted the ACT to replace the end of course exams.
Mm-hmm.
So every year, like freshman year, instead of taking your EOCs, you just take an ACT.
Cool.
Yeah.
So your group, what was the final summation of your all's group?
So we lost,
You
but
lost?
I still think we should have won because you know, for schools it's 7% cheaper to do the ACT every year because you don't have to pay for 4 tests, you just have to pay for 1, and it prepares students for college. It's proven that the more times you take the ACT, the higher score you're going to get, and so that makes Tennessee look better at a national level and helps promote students, you know, to Ivies and international schools and stuff like that by having a higher ACT.
Wow. I'm impressed. Did you guys have a good time down there?
It was awesome. Yeah.
Meet some new people and some new friends and all that?
A lot of new people.
A lot of new people.
Where we were all split up, but like it kind of forced you to have to meet new people.
Sure.
Because none of us like got to hang out the whole day.
Right.
So we all had to meet and talk to new people, and it was just good to meet new people and make new friends and stuff.
These are some kids from all over the state.
Right. Yeah, all over the
Yeah,
state.
they met at Belmont University in Nashville. That was awesome. So took good things away from the conference, huh?
Yeah, I did. It was cool to, like I said, meet new people, and also it really helps with like public speaking because you have to speak in front of a room of people that you've never met before.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's like where it's like it's important topics, like good debates. It's not just like random things.
It's great topics. Very legitimate. Both of those are very well. I mean, I think they're great points of interest. Do you keep an ACT or not, and do we have foreign language in schools or not? Those are two really good things. So, what do you guys want to be when you grow up? You decided yet?
So I want to be an engineer.
Engineer? Cool. Chemical, electrical? What
Thinking
kind?
mechanical.
Mechanical engineer. Cool. What about you, Brock?
I want to go into the medical field. I want to be a doctor.
Dr. Mosley. That'd be cool. So what would I come to you for? If you get to be
I want to do radiology right now, so to get scans and
Scans?
all sort of that stuff.
Dr. Mosley. And so I see you sometimes working where?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A with the big red shirt. And how many times do you say my pleasure in a day? Hundreds.
Hundreds. It's like a habit now. Every time somebody says thank you, it's just
My
automatic
pleasure.
response. My mom loves it.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's great. You guys are awesome. You'll be successful whatever you do.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Yep. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We will be joined by our athletic department. Our assistant athletic director, Nick Miller's in the house. He will join us coming up next right after this from the Eagle Center and Northeast Community Credit Union. Yet to come, Mrs. DeMoss in the house, Mrs. Moore's in the house. Appreciate these kids. Our next to last stop in the spring tomorrow will be at Eastside Elementary. Steins with a special song. Take it away, Axel.
The Eagle Center is right downtown. The second block is where we're found. We have crocs and clocks and a lot of things. Tools and glass and shiny rings. Coins and books and mirrors too. All these things just waiting for you. Beautiful furniture and much, much more. You gotta come visit our store.
At Northeast Community Credit Union, we know the importance of taking care of your family and building our community. Are you remodeling your home, trading cars for your next road trip, or maybe you're considering an in-ground pool or a boat for the lake? Our loans are easy, fast, and convenient with the lowest payments around. Act now before rates go up. Apply online at bmycu.org, call us, or come see us in Elizabethton, Johnson City, or Rome Mountain. We have the loan you need.
Back in the tour of schools brought to you by Northeast Community Credit Union. Of course, the part of the school that I'm heavily involved in is athletics because we call the games. I'm very proud of that fact. So I just got the latest, greatest, I guess it's pretty much the same, the baseball schedule. We start our coverage on Monday, March the 9th, against the East Patriots. What time do you think varsity will start? Because it says alls. We got JV, and varsity. So
it's usually about a 5:30 first pitch for all of our varsity games that are within conference at least.
So we're talking 5:15 airtime, 5:30 first pitch. So which will be good. That way you get to get home early.
Yes, sir.
And with the weather like it is in March, you never know what's going to be like. So the earlier the better. Now April warms up. May we're playing in tournament time, it gets really nice. But March is always kind of iffy. That's one of many sports in the spring. It is busy, busy, busy. Everybody thinks fall's busy. I'm going to go on record. I think, you can tell me differently, spring is much more hectic than fall.
Well, I think that's the misconception that people have with us, too, is that fall is very busy. And it is, but it's nothing compared to the spring. You know, you got so much going on at one time. And you know, add in the fact that you've got reschedules all the time just because of weather and all that stuff. It just makes it 10 times harder.
Rainouts, I mean, all the time. So you've got, spring sports, you've got baseball, softball, track and field, boys and girls tennis, and boys soccer. Some of those have JV teams. So who's in charge of getting the vans going here, going there, the buses here, buses there? People don't realize that's a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, it starts with the coaches, and then they send a form to Coach Diaz, and then Coach Diaz sends a form to Dr. Hobson, and then we get the buses rolling.
Mm-hmm. So you got to have the buses. That's the behind the scenes. The eligibility, got to make sure everybody's eligible to be sports, and that's pretty time consuming too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes. They just don't show up, make out schedules, and sit around twiddle their thumbs. For example, today, what's on your schedule today?
Well, we're trying to work to get some JV baseball games in this week.
There you go.
They had 3 of them canceled this week, and they're trying to make all 3 of them up. So
you're on the phone.
Oh yeah.
That's what you're doing. I mean,
all day.
Yeah. So when they're making up JV baseball games because the weather already has played havoc, we're on the phone calling people. Can you do this game? And it's like a jigsaw puzzle. We can play over here tomorrow at 2 o'clock, but we can't play Friday at 3 o'clock. Or can you? And that's how it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you nail it down and hope it doesn't rain so you can play them. So how many? So baseball has a JV. Who else has? Softball have JV too?
They do.
Okay, so that's another set of teams you got to get schedules for.
Soccer has a JV.
Soccer has JV. So, and then on top of that, I know people think it's crazy, but you're also starting to look towards the fall. Football and season tickets, starting to put all that together because that happens in July, so it's nonstop.
Yeah, and then, the end of the school year, we have our sports physical day, and that's always a big project that we take on, so we're always working towards that too.
Mm-hmm. He was down there last night at Granger, and both nights, appreciate him being down there. Our ladies lost to Toughen to Greenville, and then last night the guys lost a gut wrencher to Greenville, so kudos to the Green Devils. They moved on, and so you got to give props. They will play, Tennessee High will play them tomorrow night. Tonight it'll be Greenville and Daniel Boone and the girls tonight. So we switch gears and get ready for baseball. There's a bunch of them too, and I'm looking forward to it. Starts again on Monday, and we'll be doing some softball too, so we're going to be busy as well. So tell us about the app. The app is something really cool, a new thing.
Yeah, we just introduced our new app. It's the hub for all things Cyclone athletics. You've got news updates, score updates. You can go and look at your favorite teams within the school, look at their rosters, their schedules, and then you can receive notifications from those teams when their games go final or when they reach halftime. You can stay up to date on everything at Elizabethton High School athletics.
Yep, and I think Dr. Minton said we'll be on there too. You can pop up, go live to our broadcast too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we've got a more tab, and there's a place for the schedule, and you can look and see what all's going on that day, the next day, and then you can also look at the links. It's the Cyclone Network, and you can find your streams on there.
There you go. Hello, Miss Garland. How are you, lady? That's one of our tracksters right there. So we've got, it's really cool to see these kids come through the hallway that you call their names out during the games, and now you see them in street clothes walking to class or the office or whatever. So, and my bouncing bundle of joy was there a while ago. My granddaughter London was there, and that was really cool. So she's the apple of my eye. So anyway, we got this app. We got baseball starting. Now is there a ticket? We get a season ticket in the spring. We want to go to all these different events. What do we do?
So we have season tickets for baseball and softball this year. Mm-hmm. Baseball has been selling very well. We haven't had a chance to set up a gate for softball yet, but we expect those to do very well. Baseball season tickets will be $90. It sounds like a lot, but with the amount of games that they play at home, it's well worth it. And then softball season tickets are going to be $80. And again, it seems like a steep price, but they've got just about as many games as baseball.
I'm counting them here: 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 home games. A lot of those are doubleheaders of JV.
Yeah.
So A lot of baseball. So for $90, 15 times 2 is 30 games. Really not all. It's all that. No, it's well worth the money too. Plus, it's down at the stadium, and we're gonna have a great baseball team. Softball team's gonna be very good too. So our track and field, we had Renee on at halftime one of the basketball games last week. She's our field events coach. Very excited about our field events. And we get Coach Prez on hopefully soon. Have him talk about the entire track and field team. You got boys soccer with Doug. We'll try to get him on, and we'll get him on. Our soccer coach, and then also our tennis coach is Coach Click.
Coach Click and Coach Harrison.
Jordy Harrison.
Yes, sir.
Jordy Harrison's the tennis coach. Good night. He would hit if he hit the tennis. He'd hit the ball through the fence. The guy's a horse.
You've got to look out whenever he serves it.
I would think so. There'd be some smoke coming off that ball. Big Jordy is a tennis coach. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Appreciate what you do, you and, of course, Joe Diaz. And so it's busy, even for a school this size, compared to a DB or Science Hill, which is, they have 2,000 some kids. We have over 800. That's plenty. It keeps you busy, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you think about it. We don't have the greatest numbers. I mean, we don't have the highest numbers like DB or Science Hill, but we still got 20 athletic programs within the school, and that's a lot to handle.
Mm-hmm. Keeps you hopping.
Oh, yeah.
On top of that, you got Hall of Fame. You've got, as we said, season tickets. There's just a lot of stuff happening all the time.
Oh, yeah. 24/7.
Yep. And anytime I need anything, it's a phone call. He walked by a while ago and said, hey, if you get a chance before I leave, can you get me an updated baseball schedule? 30 seconds is out here.
Try to take care of you.
He does
you take care of us. So.
Yeah, it goes both ways. And it's an honor to call the Cyclone games. I hated that game last night. I was sick. I wanted those kids to win so bad. Then Evan got hurt. That was a really big game changer for us. So, but it is what it is. And so Greenville moves on, and we get ready for baseball. We'll take a break. We're going to be joined by the one, the only, Andrew DeMoss. Carrie Taylor's going to be on, and Nicole Moore to wrap it up right after this.
Millions of dollars of furniture in stock right now. Are you tired of hearing what you want is sold out? We have the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the area. We receive truckloads every day of special buys ready for you to pick up today or have delivered. Come get your new furniture at Cannon's Furniture in downtown Elizabethton.
At Northeast Community Credit Union, we know the importance of taking care of your family and building our community. Are you remodeling your home, trading cars for your next road trip, or maybe you're considering an in-ground pool or a boat for the lake? Our loans are easy, fast, and convenient with the lowest payments around. Act now before rates go up. Apply online at bmycu.org, call us, or come see us in Elizabethton, Johnson City, or Rome Mountain. We have the loan you need.
She brought up a great idea that Dr. Minton needs a sash and a tiara for being the principal of the year in the whole state of Tennessee. That's pretty awesome.
Yes.
All the schools, I wouldn't even begin to guess how many schools are in the state of Tennessee, high schools. But to be named the #1 principal in the whole state from Elizabethton High School, big honor.
That is huge.
Yeah.
And he was my high school counselor at Unaka a
Was
while
he really?
ago. Yeah.
Back in the day?
Yes. Yeah. So he's been in the game. He's worked his way. He's earned his keep.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he does a great job.
He does.
Runs a great school. What I like is he'll walk through. He'll know every one of these kids' names. You can walk up
That's
and he'll
right.
go, hey, Tom. Hey, Andrew. How you doing? You in third. He even knows some of these kids' classes. So he invests in these kids. And Andrew and the credit union invest in the kids, too. You have a credit union here on site. Tell us about that.
We do. We have a student-ran branch, and Bryson Brown is the coordinator, and he will have a student or two that will stick with him throughout lunch period, and they learn how to balance a drawer, how to open a CD, a new account. They talk about rates, IRAs, certificate of deposit, anything like that. Bryson can teach them, and it's for usually a semester. It's not required, but it looks great on your resume, and you can actually learn how to write a check. I mean, and not feel crazy about asking. Some people might feel like, well, they probably think I should already know how to do this, and I don't want to ask.
Yep.
Don't be ashamed. I mean, you know, you got to learn sometime, and checks are not going anywhere. We're still writing checks and making mobile deposits. So it's important to look at that and see, is it fraudulent, anything like that. So it's just a great thing that we're doing. Also in the county schools in Carter. So we're in all of the schools here in Carter County.
So that's a great thing. And you're right. Most kids are too self-conscious to ask. It's because you're supposed to know that. It's just not cool if you ask. So Bryson comes in and sets it up, and so these kids come in and learn. And it's practical, day-to-day things in the game of life that we all learn to do at some point. And they're teaching them early here how to make a deposit, how to write a check, so on and so forth. So it's a really cool concept.
And if you have an account, you can do a transaction here. Teachers, students, anything.
Oh, really?
Yes, you can. It's
I
an
didn't know
active
that.
branch, yes.
It is an active branch. So
Yeah.
if a teacher needs a little money or a student can come by here and get a little cash, do what they need to do, right?
They do, yeah. They can do
That's awesome.
that.
That is real. I didn't realize that. So
Yeah.
Bryson goes to all the county schools and here at Elizabethton High, right?
Yes, he is here on Tuesdays. And then the other 4 work days are at a different county, Carter County High School. So any of those branches are active to take a deposit, withdraw cash, make a deposit, anything like that, open an account, check on your home banking questions. Yeah.
Spring break is coming up for Elizabethton City Schools at the end of the month. So there'll be people traveling that may need some money. Summertime's coming up, obviously. Yay. No more cold weather, we hope. We're wanting hot temperatures, which means summertime, which means traveling, which means vacation, which means we may need some money, rather. So tell us how we can get some money at the credit union to take care of those kind of things, or none of the above and say, you know, we want to put a deck on the house, put on a new roof, put a pool in, whatever you need to do around the house to help home improvements. You can help them with that too. Tell them about that.
We can do anything small, anything big. Home equity line of credit. You can do a shared secured loan to build your credit. You can do a personal loan, consumer, auto, anything like that we offer. So if you do want to have a pool put in, home equity line of credit would be the way you would go. Use the equity in your home at a low rate, and we can loan you as little as to keep your lights on. I mean, nothing is a waste of our time, so we just meet all the needs that we are able to meet, and that's why we're glad to be a community credit union, because I feel like that is our focus, and to help everyone that we can.
Yeah, it may be a heat pump, it may be a refrigerator.
Yes.
It may be a above ground pool, it may be another car, it could be a motorcycle, it could be a toy, a jet ski, whatever. They're here to help you in any of those. And again, it starts with a personal loan all the way up to a home equity line of credit. So there's lots of options. It all starts by going to bemycu.org. So there you go, right?
That's right.
There you go. I've learned it. We've been together 6 years. I've learned. I can almost do this in my sleep. But that's okay, because it's a great place. I'm a proud member of the credit union as well. I trade a lot at the Oakland Avenue with Aubrey and Chelsea and Jonathan and the one that's out right now.
Hannah.
Oh, I want to say Heather. Miss Hannah. So it's a great branch. They're all great branches. You have a branch right behind us here, Jason Wittenway's home office, 19E, Roan Mountain, Oakland Avenue, Johnson City.
Correct.
There you go. See you tomorrow.
4 convenient locations. You will see us for tour schools at Eastside, and we will also be handing out our Readers or Winners t-shirts to those top readers there. So you need to tune in and find your student or your relative, or you'll see someone you know, I guarantee you. So
tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, lady.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Yes.
Quick break. We'll wrap it up with our ladies from Elizabethton City Schools next, right here on the Tour of Schools at Elizabethton High, right after you hear this from the place that's selling a lot of E. Newtons, the Jewelers Bench. Tom Blue Sports Show. A lot of jewelry stores. Why should we trade any time of the year at the Jewelers Bench?
Well, because you get customer service. We're there to help and with anything you need. You get personal service. Anytime that you need to talk to the jeweler, he's there to talk. And we treat you like family.
Yep. You're not just another person coming in. You actually take interest in these people.
We do.
Yep.
We do. And it means a lot.
Absolutely. And you're typically open 6 days a week.
Yes.
And so 7 days you're closed to be the Lord's Day. So how do we find you on Facebook?
So we're Jewelers Bench on Facebook and Instagram. And then we have a website, jewelersbenchtn.com.
And the magic phone number, just to call them.
Is 423-542-5600.
Call them anytime. They're there and you'll get a live body.
Yep.
Great sponsor of the Tom Blue Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, the great folks at the Jewelers Bench in Elizabethton. All right, our final two guests, and they're good ones too. They help me behind the scenes. It's Andrea who sponsors the show, and these guys, or these ladies as it were, are the ones that help me set it up. They set the camera up. They do this, so I just don't show up, and it's nice to have help because most of the time I don't. So when I come to the tour schools, it's a breath of fresh air. They help me out. Carrie Taylor, who also does if you see all the graphics on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, this is her, and she can pop them out. What blows my mind is, like for the baseball, for Solomon East, I'll send her the details, airtime, who we're playing, where it's going to be. Within about 30 minutes, she'll send back for me to look at and say, is it good? You're good. Thank you.
Thanks.
There you go. So it's Tucker's mom, by the way. Mm-hmm. Tucker, the stuff, as he calls himself. Our goalie on the soccer team. He also runs the camera for me, and love him to death. The funny part is, I got to say this, and she's going to know where I'm going. There's people out there because her last name's Taylor. They think we're married, and they think Tucker's my kid, none of which, and then they think Joseph Taylor is my son, which, because he's on there all the time, being a Taylor. And now they think the two kids on the basketball team, Chase and Chance Taylor, they all think we're related, none of which is true.
No, just Joseph and I and Tucker are the only ones related.
Related, right. And she's married to Jason, who's a great guy. And so it's hilarious. People say it all the time. So, but we're not, but we're buddies, and she does a great job. So she's a soccer mom. Mm-hmm. Tucker's our goalie, a good one. So soccer has started. So you played a 2-2 tie last night, right?
Yes,
all
2-2 tie last night, and then we play Thursday at
We play at Shoot on Thursday. 5 o'clock start.
I forgot.
Shoot High School.
Austin East.
The Roadrunners. You play down there?
Yeah, Austin East, which is near the Knoxville Zoo, that side of Knoxville.
Don't get too close to the zoo.
Yeah, we play them on Thursday.
They may keep you.
JV at 5:30, varsity at 7.
She tuned that out. Never heard a word. Yeah.
Yep.
Pretend she knew that.
And we have a few photographers lined up, but we are looking for photographers to take pictures of the kids during the game and maybe offer a link for parents to buy pictures. And if we can use them on social media, we'll tag them and shout out their business.
Now, Mrs. Moore takes pictures, and Mrs. Moore is spread real thin. She's all over 5 schools, doing everything, so she can't be at all the soccer matches.
Right.
So we're looking for an extra photographer to take some pictures.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And then our home games, we've started doing different themes and having different sponsors come out and they support the game. They have ball boys and girls come and get all the spare balls that are flying around and things like that. So
we're going to be streaming a game or two. Is it a game or match? What do you call it?
I say game day, but it's a soccer match. So.
Okay. So we're going to be doing a couple of soccer matches this year. Doug's a great guy to work with, and the team's doing well. Yeah. They went down and played Bearden, played them to let's see, what was the score? 2-1? 3-1?
Yeah.
Bearden, who's a
3-1.
3-1, a soccer powerhouse, to go down there and get held to 3-1.
Yep.
That tells me we got a good soccer team.
Yeah.
So I know you got to go to the meeting. You want to jump up and go?
I need to.
Okay. Well, go do a meeting, and thank you.
Okay.
I'll send you a baseball promo tonight because we start baseball Monday.
Okay.
So
I'll get it ready for
there you go. I know she does a wonderful job. So we went over 1 million views again this year, and in large part because this young lady, her graphics are awesome. So we're blessed. The Lord's blessed this show to go over 1 million views. So which means a lot to me. It may not mean anything to you guys, but in large part because my little buddy Care. She's awesome. Mrs. Moore, it's a great partnership we have together.
It is.
And so we have wrapped up yet another school today, Elizabethton High. It's incredible. Now you look at this Murder 101. It's not only gone national, it's going across, it's around the world, international.
It is.
It's the #1 podcast in 5 countries.
It's awesome. If you haven't seen it, any of it, check it out.
Have you seen it?
I've seen some of them, yep.
I've not seen any of it yet.
Yep.
So you think Elizabethton High School, 800 and some kids, right? They've created a podcast. Number one, they've helped solve crimes. It's not just a feel-good true crime show. They've actually helped incarcerate people that did bad things because of these kids' interest to check out these leads on these murders.
I know. I meant to talk to Alex about Nancy Guthrie. I'm really intrigued in that.
Yeah.
I need him to figure that case out for me.
There you go.
I'm going to talk to him.
Yeah, they may do it.
Yep.
So you got that, and you got, President going out to the school in Idaho to come back with ideas to teach these kids how to be I just went, what's the TAP stand for? Teachers. Went blank. I didn't write it down. But anyway, it's to ultimately teach them how to be teachers. They want to be teachers growing up.
Yep.
And then the SCOPE conference where they went down and argued 2 great points. Do we keep the ACT or drop it? Do we keep foreign language as an elective or as a required course in the state? And our kids went down with a lot of other kids in the state and argued those points in a debate called the SCOPE conference. It's incredible.
I think we just have a lot to offer. I know I say that every time, but I don't think many people know, unless you're a community partner that kind of pours in or you have a student here, how great we are, and, what all we have to offer. I mean, he said 20 different, sports teams and stuff. And then, just if you're not like in sports, there's all kinds of arts programs. There's all kinds of band, of course. And then, there's pilot, I mean, like CTE is insanely busy. And I mean, they're doing a lot of work-based learning programs for kids. And I mean, now we have the middle college where you can graduate with your associates. I mean, we just really have a lot to offer to where I feel like every kid can find the path that they want.
Out of zone kids have been here to the tune over 200 last year, and we'll start that registration again for this year coming up. Talk real quick here. We talked about in the fall, Jerry with Future Farmers America. What made me think of it? Macy was coming up through here. She was delivering strawberries as a fundraiser for the Future Farmers. He got a thing through Northern Tool. Was it a $100,000 check?
It was. And that was the hardest thing. I knew for 2.5 weeks before he knew. They called me.
You couldn't say anything.
And I couldn't say anything.
Wow.
And so it was so difficult to call his wife and everything to try to get her here and surprise him. But it was great. And he is just such a wonderful, humble person. And he loves the kids. And he wants to make a difference in everybody's life.
So it was a competition of sorts, and they awarded Elizabethton High School, this is Northern Tool Company, a $100,000 check to go back into FFA.
Yeah, he did a drone presentation, and he spoke, and then it had like a drone in it about East Tennessee and being here and the challenges that we have with transportation and everything. I'll need to send that to you because they sent it to me, and he did not give himself enough credit. Like, it's amazing, the documentary thing he did about just this area. I completely see why he won.
And, of course, Dr. Minton downplayed this at the beginning of the show. The guy's the principal of the year in the state, not just Northeast Tennessee, not just the 5 counties, the entire state. I don't even know how many high schools. I know, there's probably at least over 200 schools. Guarantee it. Probably more than that. High schools in the state of Tennessee. John Minton's the #1 guy, principal of the year.
And I've known him since high school. He went, to UNACA, and I went here, but I had some friends there and stuff. And he has always been that person. He has always been that humble person, does not want credit for anything, does not want the spotlight. It's all about the kids. And I mean, that's him, but that's what makes it so great, I feel like, here.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
See you tomorrow at Eastside.
I'll be there.
One more stop in the spring will be the Land of the Pirates across the river, as Travis Early calls it. Amy Morgenstern will have it all set up and ready to roll. She does a wonderful job. So, again, thanks for watching the show. We're going to break it down, turn right around, and hopefully be on the air in about 30 minutes, I hope, at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City for the Tom Dillon Sports Show. So, again, thanks to Northeast Community Credit Union. Couldn't do it without Andrea and all the folks at the NCC. They got great folks at those branches. And so we would encourage you, if you're not happy with the financial institution you're currently at, I would very much encourage you to take a look at NCCU if that's where you want to go, if you're not happy where you are. If you are happy, if you want to start another institution, have another one. I'm just telling you, they do a good job. BeMyCU.org is where you get started to learn about the credit union. So we'll be back tomorrow one more time. We'll be at Eastside Elementary. So For our Director of Schools, Richard Van Huss, for the Principal, Dr. John Mitten, and for all the folks involved here, including Public Relations Lady with the Elizabethton City Schools and Andrew DeMoss from NCCU. Thank you for watching the show. Back tomorrow one more time at Eastside Elementary. We'll see you then. We'll see you in about 35 minutes, we hope. If I can get over there if I drive fast.
You're going to get a ticket.
Don't say that.
State troopers are out.
They are out.
They are.
Oh, trust me, they're out.
Big time.
Yes, they are. So we'll do the limit. We'll see you at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City on People Street just as soon as I can get